Hello, here's an update on the situation with me flying to see my parents in the UK. It's actually been 3 years since I last saw them, or I last flew to the UK to see them. They did actually get out to see me 2 years ago, and then COVID hit. I lose track. COVID hit, and I wasn't able to. They weren't able to see me. I wasn't able to see them, and I couldn't have gone anyway. Flying without Flynn was an absolute no, and none of the airlines would permit me to fly. Um, I did fly with Flynn inter-island between Lanzarote and Gran Canaria, and Lanzarote and Tenerife, and he was perfect. So he completed all his training flights, and but still they said no. Then last year during the COVID lockdown, my father had a heart attack, and he actually died at the hospital, but they revived him and fitted a stent. And again, I was unable to get to him, partly because of COVID, of course, but not being able to fly without my dog would have been very traumatic for me. I couldn't have got over there, I doubt, anyway. So it's been 3 years of Christmas since I got to the UK, and 2 years since I saw my parents. And my father is 86 and my mother is 81. Then last year I got involved in a relationship, and we moved to the mainland of Spain, and I had no problems with my dog getting here and flying or anything. But now obviously I wanted to go and see my parents, and as soon as the restrictions were lifted on Spain going to the UK, I wanted to see my father. I didn't even bother asking the airlines, what's the point? They're going to say no. I'm going to end up with a load of heartache and upset, and I just had to put my big girl panties on and go with my partner. And it was hard. It was very hard. It was hard leaving Flynn here with my housekeeper, and it was very hard, well, my house sitter. It was very hard at the airport on the way out, and my stress levels were so high. I was fine more or less until we hit the hotel in the UK, where I did have a meltdown on the night time. I did get to see my father and my mother, but the stress of it all was much too much without Flynn. Throughout the week, I actually did cope. I had about 2 or 3 turns without my dog, but coming back through the airport to come back to Alicante, whoa. I was in tears by the time I got through to the departures. The automatic gate that accepts your passport as you go into departures wasn't working for me. My partner went through; his went through okay, and mine didn't. And he was trapped one side, I was trapped the other, and it just wouldn't go. And I started to panic. The girl came to help me. I was panicking, and it was just horrible. By the time she got me through, I was in tears. By the time we got through to the where they check your bags, I was in floods. I couldn't stand anybody close to me. I couldn't even get through. I couldn't go through the fast channel. Normally, if I've got my dog with me, they take me through quickly so that I don't have to have all the stress of being in a queue. So the whole experience, once I'm on the flight, I'm okay, and then coming through the other side, I was okay. So happy to get home. I don't know whether I could do it again without my dog, and I'm just praying they change the rules so that I don't have to go through that stress of being without my dog in the UK for a week, and on going through the airports either end. It is totally, grossly unfair. An AD UK dog, having never flown, having never even set foot in an airport, will be accepted to fly. Yet Flynn, who's flown 8 times in total, has been trained to actually fly, is refused. I've given videos to the airlines of him flying, taking off, landing, no issues, nothing. He's so well trained, and the older he's got, he'll be 3 now at Christmas, the older he's got, the better he's got, and they still say no. So that's my current situation here in Spain. I don't know what we can do more. I can only hope that Parliament will listen and intervene with the airlines, because this is discrimination, absolute 100% discrimination against mental illness, because ADUK and ADI do not train for mental illness. They do not train for mental health, and they're asking for a certification that is impossible for me to get. It's not nice. It's not fair. And this is Flynn. This is my Flynn, my beautiful owner trained, well, charity endorsed assistance dog, living in Spain with flying experience. I know you're such a good boy. Not allowed to travel, discriminated against. We're both discriminated against. Let's fight this, yeah?